the distinction between sex and gender is fundamental to the feminist thought. This kind of a distinction has been made in the thoughts of the radical feminists, and after this distinction, a new school of thought emerges, the radical feminist school of thought. Sex versus gender. Gender remains the fundamental concept for the feminist in the similar manner in which class is for, let's say, a Marxist. The basic unit of analysis is gender, and the differentiation between sex and gender is the starting point of feminist school of thought or radical feminism, from where they undertake all their critical inquiry regarding the exploitative systems in the society, regarding the patriarchal systems in the society. Hence the distinction becomes important for us to understand. Now when we say sex versus gender, sex is something which is attributed to biology. That means the responsibility of childbearing, that rests with women, and that has a biological origin. Men cannot bear children. However, when it comes to child rearing, that aspect has nothing to do with the biology, and this is where the feminists make their point. Sex is attributed to biology. Gender is something which is cultural or societal in nature. Child bearing is responsibility of women, but child rearing is also responsibility of women, and this has been created by the society which is dominated by men. The gendered society, and this division of labor is gendered division of labor. All the attributes which are attributed to women, that are cultural in origin, that are societal in origin, they have nothing to do with biology or nature. That is the distinction between sex and gender. That is the distinction between child bearing and child rearing, right? From this comes the aspect of sexual division of labor also. Because of the gendered notions that women should do private work, because of the gendered notions that women are feminine, they are more caring, they are more nurturing, because of the gendered notions that men should be associated with masculinity, men should be associated with competitive nature, we are dividing the labor work also. Which brings me to the aspect of the sexual division of labor. The sexual division of labor says, I have a public man and I have a private woman. Public man because of the gendered notion that man is masculine, man is competitive, he has to go out in the labor market and be the breadwinner of the family. And because of the gendered notion that a woman is more nurturing, she is more suitable for domestic work, she has more aspects, these feminine aspects are given to her, hence she becomes the private woman. Because it is given to women that you should be nurturing, you should be caring, hence you are more appropriate for domestic work. So private woman, domestic work. Men competitive, public man. Sexual division of labor. Because of men going into the public sphere, they can go for education, they can go for pursuing art and literature, they can go for the economic aspects, earning the income. Men can pursue these, women domestic work. Women should not pursue all this because of the gendered notion. Sex versus gender giving rise to this kind of a distinction, helping me realize that the sexual division of labor is cultural in orientation, it has nothing to do with the biology. This is the basic premise of radical feminists, right? Sex versus gender. Sex versus gender. Gender is a cultural concept, culturally defined. I am defining the roles and responsibilities, I am defining the attributes, that you are emotional, that you are fragile. Woman, risk-taking, aggression, the attributes of man. Entitlements, inferior to healthcare, financially dependent. Financial autonomy, higher workforce participation. They become the entitlements of men because of the attributes of men, and hence to this is attributed the roles and responsibilities as well. Everything is interrelated. I am providing you these attributes, resulting in such entitlements, resulting in the roles and responsibilities. The aspects related to sex are absolutely different. They have no role to play. Why the question is coming? Because women are said to stay at home, women are advised to be private in their orientation, not to go for the public sphere because of the biology. And feminists are basically calling out this myth by saying that it has nothing to do with biology, it has everything to do with the societal attributes given by the male dominated society. And hence again they will relate this to patriarchy. Sex versus gender, sexual division of labor, patriarchy, the interlinkage, the basic concepts related to the feminists, right?